That's what mods are for.
Oh my god, I'm still set up for Halloween.
It's time to resume the music in my earbud until we have everyone
Should I
in the
keep
lobby.
the Mimikyu blanket?
Hey Tislam, can your stream
Discord
actually
call
hear
cannot
us?
Be heard. That's intentional for right now.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
All right.
There's a bunch of them.
Leon. I don't know.
And-
Leon probably.
and there's
can you hear me,
only
Leon? 'Cause
one-
I
I
can't
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay,
You
did
can't
y'all
Leon
see
can
that
hear you.
Did y'all see
Can?
that they
Can't? Can. Okay.
they're adding cosmetics that
Yeah.
you have to like find and earn in game.
Wait, why won't it-
Kinda
Uru?
huge. Kinda huge.
There we go. Join game.
Also, the only reason
Why are
I
you
streamed
filleting a case of
Half-Life.
apple juice?
How
What,
are you
bro?
filleting a case of apple juice?
That is a valid question. Hold on.
Hi.
Hi, Leon.
Leon.
Audio is getting unmuted, and I'm switching over to game purely so we can all ask my IRL friend how they are filleting a box of apple juice.
Wow.
All right, everyone.
Headphones.
I can't.
Do that.
You can't?
He can't because
Can't.
he's using Chrome.
No, because I
Oh.
don't use Chrome.
Yeah, because
I don't use Chrome. I use Firefox.
Oh, I think.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
supported
Leon's-
on
Leon's
Firefox, Edge, and Chrome.
Arguably based.
There's only two types of people who use Firefox. Web security and furries.
Well, mine
Although,
was.
to
Which
be
am
fair,
I?
that's probably the same.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, that's the cross section for that group is
Join the
massive.
call.
Dude. Okay, what the hell, man?
No, wait, yes, no.
Good.
Did I leave the shared chat by accident?
No, you're in, I think.
I'm
Okay.
not in.
What if I follow it?
Get in, Crispy. Get
I'm getting
in.
there.
Oh,
I'm getting there.
what the hell? I guess you
God.
did leave the shared chat somehow.
Did I?
I
It
guess.
says shared chat is
Okay,
on.
got it. Yeah.
I'm in the
So
list
no, I
of
switched
Where
it on. So
is the Half-Life coming? Oh. Twitch randomly
it was
unmuted
coming
itself.
it was coming from inside the house, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was coming from a browser that I had muted and unmuted itself.
Crispy! Oh!
Hello.
Crispy, start your stream.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
Crispy, start your stream faster.
Oh my God, there's so many things I have to set up.
I
Yeah,
did all this in
you
like
guys
a
have moving
minute.
models.
Okay, well,
Oh,
you're
actually.
a better streamer than I.
Oh, thank
I just never alter my stuff.
That's because you don't even have, like, you don't even
I leave everything the same.
Ow, ow, ow. Oh, Jesus. Ow, that
Okay,
hurt. Oh, that
let's
hurt.
start streaming.
Hold on, button.
Oh, yeah. I should
Stealth
pull my
promo.
microphone.
Oh.
Properties. Oh, I gotta have my reactive.
There we go.
We are in maximum content right now.
Absolutely.
All right.
I am
Louise is
simultaneously
so
so
loud.
overstimmed and so
I
understimmed.
tried to quiet
What was I
myself
doing?
as it worked.
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's
I was
better
taking
now.
Mimikyu off.
Okay, now I'm streaming.
Wait, let me double check, make sure.
Boo 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 boo.
What? What? You said my
No,
name.
just.
Oh, there it is.
It looks like
Boo 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 boo.
you're. Hold on, let me end and restart shared chat just to make sure everyone's in. Crispy's gonna
What did I
die.
do?
I'm gonna
according
die.
to
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
according
gonna
to
die.
your-
Oh no, Crispy
announcement
Cacti is
message.
I'm
live.
definitely
Whatever will
gonna
I
die.
do?
I don't know.
All my favorite streamers are streaming.
Am I one of them?
We've got HXLLXON, An Apocalyptic Nightmare, and Tism.
Yeah.
And
Everybody needs to
Tism.
go watch Tism because he needs
Oh
viewers.
yeah.
It keeps not registering. And
Don't worry.
Bet.
It'll just keep
I got
Yeah.
you.
ignoring you.
That's some
I'm
bullshit.
still
Tommy.
impressed. I'm still impressed that
What? No, I
yesterday
needed
I
that.
had an average of 3.3 because I was live for 9 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I was probably at least one of them.
You were one
Yeah, you
of them
gotta-
for the whole thing, Louis.
If I'd
You gotta
known that you
not,
were
like,
like, I got a notification that you were streaming, and I went in there, and it was like your camera had turned off, and I'm like, did I get a notification that he was streaming
Oh,
at
yeah.
the end of his
No,
stream?
his internet just fucking died.
Oh yeah, no, it
lot.
was broken the entire time.
Yay!
You should go watch
breaking.
the VOD though. Tism's mod setup's a bit more funnier than mine was.
Yeah, because I had
Hello,
three
XLR.
search-
Shit.
You see,
Welcome
Louis,
in.
here's the thing. You were installing mods for
XLR,
content. I was
hi.
installing it for
How's it
sheer
going?
solo rain damage. My mods were already there.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh, I'm
I
quiet.
turned Dr. Breen into
How's it going,
something-
Yeah, I
XLR?
turned Breen into Joe Biden.
Turned Dr. Breen into Dr. Suck My Peen.
I think the thing I turned Dr. Breen into was from Murder Drone.
Yeah, you did. You turned him into Ant.
Murder drones, you say?
Murder?
Never seen
Murder? What murder?
Moida, what
The
Moida?
murder,
He's
the
the
murder,
best
what
guy
do you
What
know?
Don't
Moida?
look behind this door.
You know one of my
This
favorite
door is
colors
just for me.
is
Don't go in there.
orange.
Crispy, that's like the third time today I've heard that.
Hey, and I'll say it again. What Moida?
What Moida? You're
Alright,
the
alright.
best guy around.
You know why my favorite
Start the game.
color
Start the game.
orange? Because
Start-
I'm gonna
Why
be so
is Louis
dehydrated.
deaf?
I thought you
I
said
thought you said twink.
you don't have a twink, yeah.
No,
I
a
would
drink. I
not.
mean, I guess I don't have that either, but a drink.
I would not want to be without a twink
Can I have?
in this economy.
Why are you guys the same color? I am going to confuse the hell out of you.
We're not the same color. We're just
Wait,
close
wait,
to
wait.
the same color.
Wait. Which one's the
same
real
color?
crispy? Which one's the real crispy?
Okay, you are very close together, but when one of you was behind me and one of you was in
Why?
front of me, I was like, which is which? But next to each other,
Ah!
you're a little bit of a warmer
Oh my
green than
God.
hers.
I've been
that
attacked.
is not the green bean I was trying to kill.
Green bean.
What do you mean? That's me.
I'm red, so does that make me a kidney bean?
Oh, do we have a cart? Where's the cart?
It's over here. This thing makes noise
I
now?
found the green thing.
Hey, Crispy.
Crispy finding a green thing? Never. Oh, it's a pie. Can I get it? Can I get it? I got it! I got a car.
Because they taste good.
Valid.
I do not
oops.
want to know what Crispy thinks tastes
$1,000.
good.
Come on, I got some blocks.
There's like 5 things over here.
Blocks.
2 on this stack, 3 on this stack.
Oh,
Wow.
we got a laser
Oh.
clown.
Reddit.
I
Damn,
don't know
Louis is
where to
already
go.
dead.
I don't want to be here.
You don't have any weapons. Oh, there's fucking gnomes too.
You don't see me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
Wait,
Louis
was
is
the sound
dead.
active? I don't remember.
We
This
also
one,
have
no,
gnomes.
but he is very
I got
sight-based.
the gnomes. The gnomes are
Anyways,
handled. How much dollars?
dead.
We don't have enough dollars.
Where's Louis? Did we get Louis?
No,
Oh no, he's
Louis.
coming around again. Shit.
Hey, motherfucker! Hey, motherfucker!
He's chasing them.
Hey, motherfucker! Up on Gangnam Style.
I don't remember "Hey Motherfucker" being in Gangnam Style.
Yeah, well, you didn't listen to the good version.
I guess not.
You listened to the bitch-ass radio edit.
I listened to the YouTube version.
Bring the... Oh, that should be fine. Maybe, I don't know.
You're not jumping very high. You need to get closer?
I'd like to see you jump higher, I guess. Well, I feel like I might want to be farther away, actually. Hold on.
Oh, you got it.
Got it.
Did you?
And then
Oh no!
Bye, Leon. Oh, nice. Landed right in
Welcome
the
back, Leon.
Hi.
Or I guess I should say welcome.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
Yeah.
gonna leave.
You say I hadn't died
It
yet.
is a tism? Yeah, that's tism. Oh, shit. Watch your head.
Why'd we have to get this guy on the first round?
Oh.
Because you
Run, Gerald, run!
Oh.
It's so
Hey,
good that that
motherfucker,
laser
I'm right over here.
doesn't go through
Come on,
walls.
laser me! Hey, laser boy! Hey,
Stuff out of the cart.
These guys are just working.
Louis dead, Leon's dead.
Leon said no. My sweet summer child.
Excuse you?
where is he?
Who?
What, the clown?
The Redditor.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he went hallway, and I think I'm gonna be stupid and ballsy and go after him, see if there's any trinkets.
I don't think
There's,
they're gonna. I don't know what's that way.
There's
There's
a
a,
room
like-
that is a loop. There's a loop room, and this loop room
Crispy
has
called
hole
me
in
a
the ceiling.
sweet summer child because I was dead. Crispy, that was so close.
I'm gonna hide in here.
Crispy just almost
Okay.
lost her head. Did you see that?
I'll close.
I did
There
not.
we go.
She was walking
Watch
through a
me in.
doorway just as it fired, and because she was just far enough inside the hallway, it went over her head.
The bus says,
like,
"Get
it
on,
went
we
right
gotta
behind
go.
her.
It's bus time."
Damn it! I wish I could reach my dum dums.
I feel like it's fine.
Can I reach my dum dums? The question is, can I do it without making them up?
Good.
Is he coming back? Ooh.
There we go.
How do we get
What
around this
color dum
man?
dum should I eat, Louis? Oh, you're not here.
No idea.
Oh, you are
Someone
here.
distract him.
I thought for a second I thought when your name wasn't highlighted that meant that you were off talking through your head.
Well, you gotta think.
Skull
Let's
tooth,
see.
Gold
Got
tooth.
cotton candy, cherry,
Cherry's
apple,
always the best.
pineapple, peach. Oh, it's peach mango,
I feel like dying.
mystery. Another different color mystery. Blue raspberry. And what's this
I'm
one?
gonna stick with cherry.
What is this one? Oh, sour apple.
I dropped a fish on him.
I was gonna say, how are you hurting him?
I dropped a fish.
All right. It looks like I only have one
Fucking
cherry.
How'd you get up there?
I could drop really good. Anyways.
Yeah, you did.
One of my Discord servers that I'm on is
Yeah, I do.
it's a D&D, and they had like an arcade
Yeah, that's
carnival
right.
where you got to play games and
I
go
used to
trick or
play
treating.
sports.
And if you got a trick, you got nothing. But if you
Sports
got
balls.
a treat, you got
Street sports.
you got a treat.
Street
And the
sports
treat
balls.
is that
Nah,
at the
street
end of the
sports.
month, They
Stream
actually sent
sports.
us all candy.
Stream sports balls.
And
Cool.
my box was
Where can I
like they
put
just
this?
dumped dum-dums into the
I
box.
broke the
But then there were
I
also
almost
like
broke
cute
a tooth.
little Halloween pouches with
Where's
like
our stuff?
bats and pumpkins and stuff on it. And inside those were full-size candy bars. Like I went to the good house.
Ooh.
You're so hungry for lasers?
Yeah, the laser that's right in front of you, it might turn
Oh.
on. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Can we get through that door?
Crouch. Oh. Yeah, just crouch.
No, can we get through the door?
He went this way, so I would.
Oh, the door's blocked.
Where'd he go?
Oops.
Oops. Why is the
Don't we
door
want
blocked?
another tooth? This isn't even a golden tooth.
Mm.
It's a normal tooth.
I think you tallied Crispy, so I think we're okay. Where's
Okay.
Tism?
Tism's back there somewhere.
Well, oh, there it
Also, I
is.
apologize if my coughing comes through on my mic. I have
Tooth.
no
Well-
way to mute it.
Time to go.
Yeah. See? Push to mute. Push to mute would be great.
Wow.
It would.
He came this way and never.
And then he disappeared.
Does
Yeah,
this
he
one
disappeared. I think he
have push
tallied.
to mute?
It did done disappeared.
I
No.
did everything in my power to
Shortly
stop the
after mine
cough, and by
Let's
everything
push
in my power, I
or
mean,
interact.
I chugged like
Run,
Cat.
guys, run.
quarter of a bottle of cough.
Oh, well, they've got
Run!
toggle mute. Toggle
Leon,
mute is
Oh,
B.
whoa,
You're
wait.
gonna explode, Leon.
Oh, you threw him into me.
I did not.
This is
Uh,
what
who
happens
did?
when
I
Someone
accidentally did.
This is what
Oh,
happens.
Did you guys see Hoyt is coming?
Hoyt, are you
Busy
ready
yet.
to?
Having to move their feet.
Hi, hoy.
Oh, okay. We'll
Oh,
do
Hoyt.
shop and then we'll bring Hoyt in.
Oh, here's the neat thing now. If you leave at the beginning of the shop, it'll stay at the shop.
What the fuck?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I'm thinking of
Then we'll
Louis.
do that.
There is a toggle mute button. It is B.
Yeah.
Okay. I am glad that that was not just me who disappeared. I thought maybe I just disconnected. I thought we were going to shop first. It's fine. What is going on with this?
Oh, there's
Hi.
one already. All right, Hoyt's in the Hoyt hole.
Hi.
Hi, Leon.
Hi.
Hi, Hoyt.
Hi.
Test.
Hello.
Louis in.
Hi.
in.
Hi. And
Everyone's in. Wow.
Oh god, it's double.
What?
Oh,
What?
double.
I
Oh,
hate
it's
doubles.
Hoyt.
Ah!
Oh,
Hoyt,
baby,
unfuck your audio.
dribble.
Hoyt, are you on Pipewire or are you on Pulse Audio? We'll never know.
That fix it?
Yeah. What did you
Let's
do?
see.
I put it to the monitor of the microphone instead of the microphone itself.
Lazy. Well, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
You sound a little echoey, but oh wait, you know what? I know why. I bet it's because I don't have you muted in Discord.
Yep,
Yeah.
there you go.
Crispy, you should use the global mute. You should just like right click on the headphones and okay.
Listen,
Don't tell me
Hoyt
Ray's
and
doing
Louie
my
aren't
life
doing it
easier.
either. They're
Trying
just
to
deafening.
help.
You just got shushed.
I got shushed. I don't know why I fucking talked to that lady.
There are no
just got
strengths over
bops.
here.
Yeah, it happens.
We've got a tumble launch upgrade though.
Extra jumps good.
There were
Definitely
wings,
extra-
but somebody knocked it
here.
off. Do you want the
Yeah, I
wings?
don't like the.
Ow.
I don't like the wings.
That was rude.
Ooh. Wait, that's my grenade.
Rude tism.
Anything in the baby hole? Send me
I
to
don't
the
know,
baby
but
hole.
We're already full on money.
Yeah, well,
No,
we
it's my
can
door.
figure things out if there's actually anything in the baby hole, and all there is Pokemon grenades. Oh, there is a
Louis.
cluster
Can't have
grenade.
it.
Or Boyd, do you have the pant? I need that
Do I
pant.
have pants? No.
No, not pants. Pant.
Oh yeah.
What do we got? Tumble
You're getting
launch.
double
Are you
tapped.
trying to murder me?
You're getting double tapped for trying to steal the door. This is tradition, Chris. This is tradition. It's tradition.
Fine. Tradition.
You can have
Tradition.
one of the other 2 doors in there. There's 2 more doors and 2 toilets. So you can
All right, what are we
How
not
bad you
taking?
want
Because
tumble
that's
launch?
too.
We
That's
can
too
steal
many.
the toilet?
How bad you want tumble launch?
Nah, we can
Oh,
get
you
rid of
can't
Tumble
steal the
Launch. It's
toilet.
not for me. It's
I
for
wish you could
Tism.
steal the whole toilet. Those are worth like $800.
I haven't played
What
this
do you-
game in so
Louis,
long.
am I gonna have to just stop hitting yourself with this thing? Yeah. Yeah.
Get away. I didn't even do anything.
All right, stop slacking. Stop slacking. No horseplay. No horse housing.
I got all 3 doors.
Gerald is racist against
Very
furries.
proud.
Confirmed.
Doormaster. Run and press Q to fall with style.
Did it work?
Crispy, you gotta
I don't
have
know.
some precision to it.
You gotta
Lion.
aim.
Swift Broom Academy. Ooh, okay. How are you supposed to run and hit Q at the same time?
Exactly.
Very
Like there
carefully.
how? How am I
Practice
supposed to
autism.
You can change
You
it.
press
Run?
shift,
You got 1 of
you
3
tap
options, right?
Space, then
Practice.
tap Q.
No, shh. You got 1 of 3 options, right?
Hey, why? Why?
Practice B, autism, or C, rebinding the key. I have it on thumb mouse.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Man, that's a really that's better.
Lord.
That's way better.
Right? So
All ears, buddy.
my thumb rests on. I run, jump, hit
Yeah, that's better.
Alrighty.
and also I have practice
Oh no!
What if you hit shift
Look
with your
out.
pinky and Q with your ring finger?
Some of us
Yeah, but
don't
then
have
how
the
are you
hands that can
moving
do that shit.
forward? And
W,
jumping.
W with your middle finger and
W.
But I usually am already moving forward.
I have no idea where the fucking card is, but if you turn,
W.
Louis, if you turn
Because I have
around,
tiny hands.
Louis, come over
grow
here.
bigger hands.
Just take
I
it to the
think-
cart.
Crispy, I think
Or
we gotta
not
get
to the
you
cart.
a 60% keyboard.
No, just take it around the
You gotta
corner
what?
over here
We gotta get
and
you
put
like
it
a
in
60%
the put it in the
keyboard.
instruction directly. There's still something up there. I thought I saw something. Is that not a thing? What is that?
You're telling me I should be using
I guess
my
that's not
middle
a thing.
finger
Okay.
to be running.
Yeah. Yeah. Louis, I'm Gerald.
I don't see anything up there. Oh. Uh-oh. Who is that? Who is that that just exploded? Oh, shit! Tick! Tick!
There's a Robulus.
Tick!
There's a
Hey, there's a
Romulus.
road.
Oh
Does
god,
it-
no! Fuck.
While possessing my head? The fuck is possessing my head?
So if you press,
Oh,
if you see the little thing in the lower right hand corner, when the eyes are
Uh-huh.
full, that means your battery's full, and then you can press E and talk through your dead head.
No,
Oh.
I
You
can't
can
get
also
up.
jump.
I can't get up.
Tism, what's the
Oh,
play
I hit the
against
wrong fucking button. I hit the wrong fucking button.
The tick.
Ooh, she wants me bad.
The tick?
Gerald,
Yeah,
you
what-
want me that bad?
Interesting.
You
Take my
grab his
It's-
Oh, we're all
so-
dead.
Wow,
so-
Gerald.
Everyone's dead.
Wow.
Not Louis.
Oh,
Look, you
Louis got
killed
it.
it, but you
So-
killed yourself too.
So
Yeah.
ticks steal your health.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got that part. Thank you.
Well, Louis carrying.
I asked for the counterplay to the tick.
Louis.
The counterplay
Louis.
is beat it with.
Okay. Okay.
I ran from the tick
Is he
because I
holding
had
Gerald's
1
head or my
XP.
head?
I don't know.
The counterplay is the Tism special, aka clobber the child with any object.
Okay, got it. I tried to pick it
You-
up.
you
but
give it
it's
a-
mistake.
Right.
You give it a good old donk. I throw a mushroom at it.
It was my head.
Yeah,
How come-
it was
Kind of,
your head.
kind of sad because
Figured that out.
I throw a fly at God.
The last person is always the one person who hates
Oh,
the
head
cart.
of the dead. How
What
many
is it?
of you
What is
are
the deal
there?
with the cart?
All of us.
We're all dead.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'd say honestly dying while whoa, what was that? Crispy?
Yeah, that was
Are
me.
you-
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
I was.
it was weird. Your name was grayed out, and then like you when you first started talking, it was like it was like your audio was warped. It
Oh,
was catching up or something.
well, I'm
Yeah,
here.
Doppler effect.
I'm alive.
Good, good.
I mean, I'm not. I'm dead.
I'm actively trying to hop my way back.
Oh, I see. She's that.
Louis for that.
Oh
I'm
no!
not sold, Gerald. I am right where you died.
Yay, we're
Hello.
alive.
Let's
I killed
not
the
do
nun.
that again, please.
Listen,
No
I was running from the
promises.
tick and got eaten by the
You
nun.
know, I couldn't run because I was trying to use my middle finger to use W.
I was going out.
Crispy
in a
was
blaze
just
of
trying to be
fucking glory.
special.
I was trying to figure
Oh
out
no.
how everybody else
I
uses the
forgot
keyboard.
someone.
Yeah, it's Tism.
I'm sorry, Tism.
Yay, I got the nun. Where's
This is
the
why I
cart?
use a controller for all my games.
Crispy, do you still have the
Where's the
big,
cart?
long
There it is.
Giga
Alright.
nails?
Hoyt. Can you get
No,
us
not right
location
now.
where Hoyt is?
I wish, but that costs
Oh.
money.
Oh.
Oh, hey, there he is.
I found him. He's my baby. Yeah, he's my baby.
I have an expensive thing.
Good. How expensive?
Wait, did we
I
open
don't know,
this?
not that expensive.
What happened? I think I sprinted. I didn't press
Probably
sprint.
more than my weekly
No, I
paycheck.
did.
It's a truth serum. Tell me all your secrets.
Oh, nice.
Actually, I don't know what it is.
Crispy, I believed in you.
Yeah. It's actually the secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna be billionaires.
Just do that. Sometimes
Why
my
is this-
keyboard just stops
okay.
working.
I'm not
No,
gonna
why
tell
is
you, it's
this-
a secret.
Chugging like
Love.
this.
The secret ingredient is love.
I thought it was. I thought it was plankton.
No.
I thought it was chum.
No, wait, that was the. Oh,
No,
right,
that's
yeah,
the
it
chum
was
bucket.
chum.
No, that's the chum
no,
bucket.
But like, no, but chum,
Oh, no,
chum like
they-
is an ingredient canonically
fell out
in
of the
the.
car.
Oh no.
Chum buckets, yeah. That's why none of the fish want to eat it.
No, but it's a canonically an ingredient in the Krabby Patty too.
Is it?
There was-
Crab meat or love?
Honestly, I thought it had something to do with his whale daughter.
Maybe some ambergris.
But I never really watched SpongeBob. I just saw an episode here and there.
Wow, that is a big old bottle. That's not liquor, that's spider
No,
venom.
that's poison. It's got a spider on it.
Yeah.
Well, poison,
Mark
whiskey,
of
same
moonshine.
thing.
It's just snake oil, but spider.
Crispy, drink the poison.
Poison.
This is
I
gonna fall
love
out.
poison.
I'm
I've
not
got
moving
some
this because I don't want to
poison
be
in my
responsible for
freezer
that.
right
Oh.
now.
I broke the door.
It's called
job.
Captain
That's too
Morgan's
strong.
Spiced Rum.
Hey, yeah.
Wait, is there another door in here? No, there's not.
I ripped it off its hinges.
No, I meant to go somewhere else. It's a dead end.
Oh, no. I'm
There's
strong.
one room we
I
haven't
found a
explored.
beetle.
A beetle? What's a beetle?
A fucking beetle.
Oh, it's just a bug. You just found a bug. Wow, you found something exciting.
We go up here. And
Ooh,
to the
I like
right.
the ceiling in here. It's stars. Did we
There's-
already come through here?
Yeah, but we missed something. Oh, look, we missed a book. And
There's a big tick on the ground.
don't let it get, it sucks your life
That
out.
must be stupid. 'Cause
There's
I
a tick
saw-
over here. No!
Hel'leon.
Son of a
Did you get
That
bitch.
was good. That was
I got
good
tick.
advice, Leon.
Just died.
and there's
Yeah,
a
so the
time-
tick popped after
There's a
it killed
time
you.
thing up there.
The tick
Mhm.
popped near me? Is that what
Yeah.
happened?
The tick,
Bit by bit.
yeah, the tick like popped. There was
Oh, it
particle
was
effects.
Leon. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
Leon. I'm sorry I laughed.
Got 2 bottles of
Where do
spider venom.
you? Where do I take you? How do I pull up my
Anyways, I
map
gotta
again?
send- I
Where is
gotta-
everyone?
I gotta.
Leon died.
Tab, crispy tab.
I'll take the head to the thing.
Okay.
Since you're who's Strong Boy actually? Oh, no
I
one's
don't
Strong
know.
Boy.
All right, go ahead.
no one's
and run
strong about
right in
it.
front of you. You can make it.
I mean, I ripped the
Anyways,
door.
Vinny, how you doing? The heat in my truck has been fixed.
Necronomicon!
Oh, you fixed it?
Don't
Good.
put anything else on the porch.
Yeah.
We
Oh, what? The fuck happened to me?
See, the
No,
problem is
bad
that
book.
that book is like the book from
Guys,
Harry
I
Potter
got an
Harry
evil
where you
Potter.
book.
where you gotta rub the spine, you know. So if you hit it on anything, it
Yeah.
attacks
Oh.
Crispy. It's the
Guys?
Necronomnomnomicon.
I see. That's why Gerald gave it to me. He wasn't being nice.
you. Nope.
What a bitch.
Also, Crispy,
Found the spider from
sent,
whence
I
cometh
sent you
the-
I sent you the video of the lynx jumping
Oh,
over.
Oh, you
swear.
did? Yes.
Oh,
Someone
you
Leon,
just
would you
opened
also
the
like
book.
the video of a lynx jumping over a river?
Alright. I'm
Sure.
not planning to.
No, the book is open. It tried to kill
Well-
me. Killed them.
Yeah, it killed me.
Oh, Well,
Hello, get my body!
I'm getting it.
I
My God.
can't. If I do, I'm gonna die to the book. This is your fault.
Alright, be very careful with it. Yeah,
The,
you're
the
welcome.
book.
Everyone's so impatient in this game.
Come on, Lynx,
it's
you
in
can
the
do it.
cart.
Is it actually in the cart?
Eh.
We're the broken
Oh my
ones.
God, they could
The girl
put a body in
squad.
the cart, dude. Why does everyone hate the cart? It drives me nuts.
Tism
Tism,
is dead.
Tism, were you? Have you always been
I
dead?
would-
You
I would-
have.
Yeah, I was actually making it back.
Louis, put it in. Put it in.
No, he can't because then it'll trigger.
Yeah, yeah.
And we've got other things to.
Oh, I
other
see.
things
I'm
to put in.
sorry. I see now. I forgot how
I'm
this
getting
game is
Tism
played.
in, I'm getting Tism in,
Yeah, it's been a
fine,
while. It's
Whatever.
since you've come out.
Alright, every man for himself.
Crispy, that was an amazing scream with the death mic. I love that there's like the inverse of like Call of Duty death mic. You gotta have some patience
Louis,
until you
you
get to
can just
scream
put
at
the
them.
book down in the cart, man. The book in the cart will stay calm.
Oh, it just likes
It's a
being
straight
carried around
shot.
like a little baby
Oh no, it's her!
in a stroller. Uh-oh. Who's her?
The robe.
Robe mama. Wow.
It's gonna be a massacre, dude. It's gonna be a massacre out there.
Yeah. Already one dead
I made it.
or something. One's dead.
Hold on, I gotta get Louis.
Is it Louis that's dead?
On his own, there is a none between the two of us. Not my problem anymore. Sorry, Louis, but you're just not worth it.
I
Oh.
think Crispy didn't
Oh.
make
No!
It's a massacre, dude.
It's all up to Crispy, and Crispy's about
it.
to
It
explode.
really.
Where is she?
Oh.
Crispy,
In one
run!
bite.
Hail Mary it. Crispy, Hail Mary it.
Oh, wait.
No, run, Crispy,
Oh.
How
run!
do I go? How do I get there?
Run, Crispy! Run, Crispy!
Bye, Crispy.
Kablamo!
Run,
was
Crispy!
I was
No, not
muted.
again.
Crispy!
Everyone died! I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Did you not see the countdown, Crispy?
I did. I didn't understand.
It's okay. I mean, everybody hid on top of each other in the bus, so we
I
all
was
died to the
trying.
exact same attack.
I was
Yeah.
trying to crouch and I didn't. It's because I don't know how to use my keyboard. I'm not a real gamer. Leon's good at fighting.
I died because I double tapped B when I went to cough.
Everyone back. Everyone back. Again.
Check.
Why did Louis have an X on him?
Oops. I'll do better this time, I promise.
That one wasn't on you. You were the last one alive. That's not your fault.
I mean,
file of everyone who
Blame it on
died.
Louis.
kind of, sure. Yeah, why not?
What? I don't remember welcoming these
As I'm
students
about to
before.
dive at people.
That must be new.
Blame it on my route. I showed up in boot.
I'll go up with one.
Crispy's got root. She's a cactus.
There's a goblin head.
Ooh, nice drop.
And
That all?
crown.
A taproot, or do they have fibrous root?
Well, it's one thick root that has multiple
Dandelions?
spindly roots coming
Diamond.
off of it.
Diamond! Alright.
Dandelions have a taproot. Uh-oh. Big crowd behind you.
If you want good thick roots, you should go for a mushroom. What the hell was that? What is this? It kind of looks like a bloody eyeball.
I was rubbing my nose.
Oh, hey!
I cracked
I was
such
rubbing my
a
nose.
joke when he zipped right past me.
There's never anything at the end of this hallway. I wish there would be.
He's a right hand.
We have everything from in here.
And I took that up.
Hi. Are we hiding?
I'll protect you, my king.
I
I'll protect you.
failed to tackle the kid.
Consider me your loyal knight.
Here, motherfucker. I failed to tackle the ghost child, right? Because I rolled instead of diving. And then I just heard him, like,
I think we're clear.
right past me, and I was like,
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a bottle in this, and it looks really fun.
A bottle? Big old bottle of
It's
poison?
like all the fun's over, Leon.
This bottle is worth $500 less because Louis tapped it with his eyeball.
Nice.
Now it's worth
What?
1,600 less.
Damn, dude.
What bottle?
Yeah, no bottle here. Where are you? The potion. Is that what
Could
you
you
called
open it
the?
again?
Is that what you called the? I am weirdly elegant.
God, you scared me. I thought you were the head coming around the corner.
I have the unusual gem from Skyrim.
You never played that game.
Nothing in here.
It's a
Oops.
non-universal experience. That's hilarious.
There we go. In.
Anyways, ahoy.
How's your mission?
Mom,
walking
I
up
flew
past
up.
Yeah.
I gave up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I saw that your
I think
last
this is
stream
it.
was like a month ago, so.
Hey, with that.
Yeah,
With that.
it was just too much of a pain in the
You're
butt
getting
to
smacked on
set
the
up
floor.
every time, and like it was just getting worse at like translating my walking into.
Well, it was a
really?
cool gimmick while it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $60, there's like an upgrade that I can make that would make it a lot better, but like
Yeah, but that's
60
it's
bucks.
December.
That-
Yeah.
That's 60
What
bucks
if I
for
were to
that's
give
60
you
bucks to
$60?
suffer squared. You're suffering in
Did
real
we go
life
this
and
way?
in Skyrim. That's like
Hmm?
And like I'm just gonna use
Crispy.
the treadmill to do the couch to 5K.
Crispy.
I'm coming back.
Yeah, we went that way. If the room
Thank
is
you.
dark with a question mark, that means we never went that way. On your map.
Well, that would
Yes,
require me to actually check
Crispy.
my map.
hit tab
Uh-huh.
more
Is this-
often.
Is this
No, you can't
Yep.
make me.
Use your damn
Oh.
map.
not
No.
Why the RCA?
She doesn't know what
connector
finger
so
to use to
big?
press tab.
Use your tongue, Crispy.
What fingers do y'all use to hit tab?
Which fingers do you
I
I
all
use
have?
my
I
thumb.
personally used my right pinky to hit tab.
Does anybody
I
have?
use my ring finger.
Is anybody in
Ooh,
chat
it's this
missing
thing.
any fingers? Any? Any?
I
fourth
use my
finger?
third
Or
pointer
maybe even
finger.
fewer.
Maybe you have 6 fingers. Yonko, what's up?
Ooh.
Yeah, we got any? Hey, inbreeders in chat, sound off!
Gerald, they will only be in yours. They would only associate with the mutant frog abomination.
Yonko, do you use a keyboard or a controller? And if so, what fingers do you use for W?
Gerald, come here.
What?
W.
put you in
We've
the
been
hole.
asking about tab.
Oh, okay, put me in the bag.
Yeah, I know, but this conversation started
Wait,
with the fact that I
he's-
use my ring finger for W.
Yeah.
Oh. You fucking weirdo.
It's not.
Yeah, that's what.
It's not weird. How? What do you?
Also,
When
can
you're
we acknowledge the
typing,
fact that
do
they
you
gave
not
us,
use
like-
your ring finger for W?
No, because I never
crispy.
got down the memorized
I get
typing.
you.
I have to look at the
Oh
keyboard
my
and I
God.
just use
Did
whatever
Did we
fingers
acknowledge the
available.
fact that they gave us 3 cards?
Leon, why are you
Yonko
suddenly,
uses
like,
his pinky,
high-pitched?
so I'm not the weird one.
Who's high pitched?
You were.
Or is that for tab, Yonko? I use pinky
You
for
got
my
a ton
tab.
of power-ups.
Pinky tab.
Everyone knows
Pulse
your middle
Blaster.
finger is for W. Your
No, wrong.
You know
How are you
why?
going to
I
how
don't
are you
need to
going
have.
to
Oh my god!
press
I don't need to have
your
my
alt
finger
on
on F,
R?
do I?
No.
That's
How
why.
are you
That's
going
why
to
gaming with a
flash?
keyboard is so hard for me.
How are you going to press flash on F or R for your ultimate if you have your middle finger on W? Doesn't make
my
any sense.
pointer finger.
I have
is
my
on
middle
flashlight
W.
finger
F.
on
I did,
W.
Yonko. I did.
and R is very easy to hit with your
Just with Vex, though.
pointer
I need to go
finger.
back
No,
and
you
play
Put
him
flashlight
on.
on F?
No, flash is on
Flashlight
F,
is
and
B.
then like
Oh my
you either
God.
have like teleport on D or whatever other summoner spell you use.
Guys, we gotta change the subject. We cannot have Hoyt relapsing into his fucking League of Legends self.
I forgot I can make expressions.
I'm Strong Boy, by the way.
Hey,
I'm
Leon.
Oh, so
I'm
fun.
somehow screaming.
There's some glitches that I ran into. It was fun. You get a lot of shit at the end of it.
What'd you say, Tism?
I said thanks for modding my chat. Well, also.
Listen. Okay.
What it was. No, maybe a couple legendary things.
There we wait, no, that was S. Whoops. Hello.
I got the 6-pack
What?
of Gamer Girl pissed.
From
Wait,
from the
that's
Christmas
only a
DLC of
6-pack? That's
Borderlands?
not even a 12-pack? Damn.
Oh,
Actually, I would think that would be like a 20. Well, no, they're big, aren't they?
Yeah, that would
They're
be...
big. There's
Well,
probably
no,
3
that
on
could
top
be
and
a
3 on the
24.
bottom.
Maybe.
No, maybe a
I don't know.
12.
Laser.
Well, now
Oh.
we definitely got 24.
I heard laser clown.
Oh, we got a laser clan?
I've seen the... No, I was mistaken. I thought that was a
Rebel
different thing.
Yeah, he thought it was the 6-pack of beers.
Yes.
There's something in here. Door, I hate you. Door, I hate you. There we go.
No.
Oh, shit. Well, there's the 6-pack of beer. Nothing in there. Okay.
SSD.
I want a soda. Somebody buy me a soda.
There's a frog over here.
If I had spending money, I'd think about it.
There's a frog coming.
Chef! Yes, chef! Alright. Straight ahead, straight ahead.
Deal with them when you.
Hi. We've got a
We'll deal
chef.
with them when we deal with them.
Oh, frog, I can...
Yeah,
All you gotta do is
Not
wait for him to
really.
jump at you, grab him, and move to the side.
That his name? Yeah, Cash. Cash.
What cash?
Cash.
Is
The
that
new
a
Vault
new-
Hunter for Borderlands 4. His name is Cash,
Oh,
and he's a robot that also gambles.
oh.
He's a gambling man.
Well, there's something over here on the right.
Oh, there's a ducky over here and
Oh,
a
we got
guy that's gonna
pills.
kill us
Yeah.
all.
Hell
Down.
yeah. Oh no!
We all
Well-
died.
God damn it.
At least I still have
crouched
my
a frame
crown.
Too late.
Look, I crouched. I just couldn't get under the table.
I was too busy to even crouch.
I
And by
crouched,
busy,
I
I
don't know how
mean
I
not
still
paying
died.
attention at all.
You're thinking about
What happened? Alright, hold on.
Oh,
What happened?
Gerald rage quit? No.
they gotta
There's
be
no
doing
way.
maintenance. This is fucked.
This is like what it's like on when I host.
What happened? Friends, what happened?
Something horrible has happened to the servers.
And
I'm
no,
starting
it's
her
not
back
good.
up.
doing tonight.
There we
No,
go.
I'm starting her back up, and USA
Hello?
East is 800 milliseconds.
Wow.
USA West is
Did I just get
635.
kicked? No.
Wow.
Gerald, I have USA West at 23 milliseconds.
Maybe I need to listen to what everyone's
Yeah,
saying.
well,
on
good
Discord.
for you, bitch. It ain't that for me.
What happened?
Here, I'm
Gerald's
gonna
internet
restart
is
the whole game, I guess.
crazy right now.
You
I don't know
crashed.
what's happening. Something
Crashed
blowed
like a
up. Oh,
baby.
Louis
Who needs a nap?
died. Oh, Louis back.
Gerald, fix your
Hello?
internet.
Okay, Gerald's restarting the game.
Did
Silly-
everyone get
silly-
disconnected through timeout?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gerald timed out.
So, fun fact, my internet apparently died at the same exact time as Gerald.
Why is this car not in any other
Crispy,
thing?
shut
There
up.
we go.
This is how we travel.
Crispy's over
word.
here
It seems like we, like,
singing and we
teleport
can't
in.
fucking hear
Does this
anything
car
Louis
back up
saying.
into every single space that we.
Does she have
we
everyone
make it
muted
into?
manually?
Yeah,
Yes.
she does.
Yeah.
She didn't turn us back up on Discord.
Someone's got to tell her about like the global volume control on Discord.
Or
She
you
tried,
can
she
just click
ignored it.
deafen.
I know. I
No,
know.
because if you just click deafen,
Dude,
then
what?
your thing doesn't.
I really need to
Your
use global
Boogie
mute.
doesn't
no.
work.
Yeah.
You were singing
make
over
me-
everybody else trying to figure out what was going on, Crispy.
Yeah, Crispy just right click on the headphone and turn down the output volume. And you don't have to go through
Deafen.
Every
turning
single
it down.
person.
Oh, the Fugi. Louis, the Fugi doesn't work with deafen.
What's Fugi?
The little guys
the
on
little
my stream,
reactive.
the little reactive PNGs
Mhm.
for when you're talking. So like when
We get
when you look at my stream,
PNGs?
yeah, we
Yes.
got PNGs.
Look at anybody else's stream.
I'm watching Tism's stream.
Well, Tism
I
is
have-
not
I
a
have
good
something
example.
Better than the Fugi.
Yeah.
I have something better than the Fugi.
Yeah, nothing.
I just no, I
Whoa.
screen capture and then I have the Discord icon.
There's no way that works.
What do you mean there's
it
no way
works,
That
what
sounds
works?
so complicated.
It's just I just have the icon here as the 8 people in my stream can prove. I quickly just
All
looking.
right. Restarting this
there.
level.
I did the output
Tism,
thing.
are you a kleptomaniac?
I did global mute. You're welcome.
How's that joke end? Tism, are you a kleptomaniac? Because I'm kleptomaniac.
stealing
too.
everything.
Oh! Hey, that was mine. Fucker. Like the damn crouch rest. Taking my grenades. My cluster
I love the
grenades.
little star.
I love the cluster grenades,
Stealing.
but someone fucking sold them.
Well, just take that straight to the loading
Good.
dock.
Good.
I'm not.
I was gonna
the
complain the whole damn match.
Well, maybe Strong Boy can actually do his freaking job.
All right, my God.
I didn't even know we got a strength.
Eyeball.
Yeah.
Ow.
Apologies.
Eyeball. Wrong way.
Oh damn me. bunch of babies.
Oh, there's a jar.
Jelly. There's a jar of jelly.
Jar of jelly.
Everyone here is babies.
Love potion.
Oh, Hel'leon, you look so sweet.
Leon has been bestowed a compliment by the machine.
The regular potion.
Maya has chosen Leon.
A regular potion. That's lame. What's it do? Just make you regular? He thought that was really funny.
Ow! What the fuck?
Sorry.
What? I didn't do
Sorry.
anything. I was just behind you.
No, it was me. It was.
Cousin, how dare you?
That took more value off.
It was only worth
Okay.
500. It's fine.
I only took off $8.
It's Boy just wants to be my
Uh-oh.
friend.
Where's the... Okay, I'll just take it there.
Gerald,
Look
What
at this.
if
They
we-
overlooked this.
what if we touched green cube together?
What's the skip button? I want to skip while holding.
Hey, you guys want to ponder my orb with me?
Just
No.
Thank you. Yeah.
No!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, you guys want to
Ooh.
ponder the orb?
No.
Under the
Yo,
orb.
dude, I love pondering the orb. Wait, who has the cart?
I don't know where
think
the
we should
cart
probably
is.
Just turn in. I'll go
We should
bring the
probably-
cart back,
yeah.
but we should probably just turn in.
What's
I
the
think
scary
we're, like,
music that just started?
already-
Ambiance.
Oh yeah, there is background. Oh, we
There's
still
spooky
got.
thing going on.
Turn in.
We got. Hold on. We got 2 more. Oh, wait, a second strike. Yeah, go turn in.
I'll go turn in.
Louis, did you see that the dog turned into like Yowie?
I know what the dog turns into.
You
I
gotta
sent
keep
him a
petting the
screenshot
dog.
of it day- I sent him a screenshot of it day 1 of the update being out, and I was just like, Louis, look, it's one of yours. The dog becomes buff.
The dog becomes a fucking demon.
The
Hey,
dog
hey,
turns into
hey.
a bear.
Don't say that like it's a bad thing.
Leon, the dog turns into a bear.
Hello?
Doggy!
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna drop it.
Hey, Leon, throw back to like 3 days ago when I was playing
Dragon wants to
Sniper
play.
Elite, and you were like a
Dragon.
magic wand in the corner. I think we're full up on the lobby.
I have a crown.
How many people do we have? 'Cause you can have 6, can't you?
We have 6, and I'm probably gonna end up going in like an hour.
Pet the dog.
Tell Dragon,
was
tell
doing
Dragon
it.
I'll swap out when I got a quiet time.
Crown. Oh, you found it. Look at
Hey,
that.
you know, it does like a sonar ping.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Alright.
I forgot everything
Hey
about
guys,
this game.
keep Gerald
Wait,
away
there's
from the
still 2
dog.
things.
Where's the
What?
dog?
I don't know, but keep Gerald away from it.
Why?
So Gerald can witness what the dog becomes.
Sparkly. It's so sparkly.
Puppy! Where you at, puppy? Did anybody open these? I don't like it when people close things again. 'Cause then I don't know if they've looked there.
Let's just turn in. This is everything.
You're on your own, boy. We're leaving.
Bye!
Everybody get a head start.
I want to see it transform into a bear.
There's a type of dog.
Headman.
Oh no!
Leon, get under this table. Or that table.
Come here. Frog. Oh, Louie.
Alright, I'm
Take
leaving.
a bite of your ass.
It's just me, don't worry.
Dog. Who's a good dog?
Hey, pupper.
Who's a good boy? It's off to go kill some.
Yay! Anyone but us.
Also, the animation for its transformation is hilarious because it just kind of starts floating.
I've seen it start to transform before, where like one arm shoots out than the other.
Yeah, yeah. Also, with the clap granny, the one that runs up and tries to smack you, a fun fact, if you know she's coming for you, you can watch for her, and then when she starts to, like, expand her arms, you can just run past her.
Get in the
Because she's
hole!
slow enough.
Baby, get in the baby hole.
That's 1, 2,
There we go.
3, 4, 5.
Oh, she got distracted
Are
by
we
the dog.
missing Crispy?
She got distracted.
Oh, I think
Yeah,
she's getting killed.
She
No.
saw the pet the dog thing and
That
immediately
sounds like
abandoned her
them
getting back on
problem.
the bus quest. Leon,
Time
you
to
are no
abandon her.
longer my liege.
Hold on.
We're not.
Where you go?
Oh, I lost my crown.
I'll be the
No,
stupid and go search. You
but-
guys stay.
I know. I will forever hold the faith, my liege.
Good. I'm proud of you.
Your loyal knight.
Yeah, see what that loyalty gets you.
I'm gonna throw you in a pit.
Do it.
What? Where did
Um,
Crispy go?
I think we should
Pism
leave
went to
them.
go find her.
There's a
Yeah.
non-zero
You know
chance they're dead.
They were
Yeah,
just,
it looks like they're
right
dead.
behind them.
You're here.
Oh, they were dead. Perfect.
Yeah, they were.
That
Is it
simplifies
cheating to
things.
watch other people's streams while playing the game?
Yeah, technically, but whatever.
Louis,
You
stop stream
cheater.
sniping. Stop stream
I'm
sniping.
Tell
not.
Hoy I said
My
my laboo
phone
boo boo is
is
more, like
on
more
its
rare than his
face.
laboo boo boo.
Doesn't even know
I
how to
am
spell
only
it.
tuned in
No,
to
he
you
said
for the
look-
freaking.
Boo, boo. Alright, we're getting that.
I saw the dog. I saw the bear,
Oh, we can't.
but I didn't pet it, and that's why it hated me.
Yep. You gotta pet it to
Louis,
keep it
can you
happy.
do that real quick?
No, someone told me to ignore it.
Louis, can
Wow.
Does anybody want
Who
to
did
tumble
that?
climb?
Who fucking did that, huh?
I
Does
don't
anybody
know.
want to tumble climb?
Who fucking
I'll
did that?
take it. I'll Spider-Man.
Was it Leon?
I'll be Spider-Man.
No, it was. It was
Uh-huh.
probably
Who-
the
Sure.
person
who actually
tried
was
to
it?
keep Gerald
I actually
away.
don't know.
It was probably the person who tried to
I
keep
don't
Gerald
remember.
away from the dog. It was me, Gerald.
Yeah,
I'm
it
the
was
reverse
you.
Flash.
Killing me.
I'm the reverse
Someone
Flash.
put me in the
Gerald.
baby hole.
Where is?
So you're really slow?
Majora Minora.
Who,
Well, someone else stick him in the baby hole.
yeah, put me in the baby. Or,
All
yeah,
right.
Leon can be the baby. What
No, come
are you
on.
doing with
You
that?
gotta let go.
Let go.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Stop photoning yourself. Stop photoning yourself.
appreciating my jokes, by the way. It was a very blue joke.
The skeleton's in a different place than usual.
Get back.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, the twist. That'll do it.
I've got a gun. I'm not afraid to use it.
Oh god.
Looks like that's it. We just got one human grenade and the ducket.
Not bad,
What is
Gerald.
blowing
Not
up
Bad man
up
on the
there?
loose.
I don't know, someone keeps throwing grenades and hurting everybody. I've lost 50 health already in this shop.
I have one.
It's
health.
okay.
It regenerates after the shop's
You can't die in the shop.
Well, you
Wanna
can't. It's
Get
just
in
bet?
the
doesn't
boss.
count.
Get in the boss.
Hey, Crispy.
Oh, I want the grenade. No, I'll do it.
I survived.
Basically.
I was intentionally aiming around you, but then my brain, Gerald, I'm Spider-Man.
All right.
I'm Spider-Man. I'm the Spider-Boy.
Oh,
Crispy, you should probably use that.
I'm the mind
I'm just
boy.
freaking floating.
What now?
Said you should probably
just
use
hang-
that, Crispy.
Around.
Oh. I guess.
You have 1 health.
Hey,
Yeah,
Crispy.
I guess.
Hey, Crispy.
What?
Oh no,
I'm Spider-Man.
the
Look.
manner, dude, I hate
You're Spider-Man.
Yeah, look.
Look up.
Where are you?
Up there.
Yeah, White hates
Oh
the
my
other
god.
side,
He's just hanging around.
Wait, what did that say?
Tism, are you going to use a
Oh.
health pack?
I am.
We stand the guillotine
In
in
the
this
dark of the
fucking
night.
chat.
Do-do-do-do-do.
How do you feel about guillotine?
Ooh. Look, vase. Never mind.
Not my fault.
the classic. Oh, you want a hand with that?
It would help, yeah.
Love that. Cool.
Wait.
Glad I touched
Oh,
it.
that was just the door. Okay, there's nothing else in here. Oh shit, what was that? There were like hands on either side of my screen for a second, like a dead
That
person.
means you're being
Nuns
tracked by the
coming.
granny. You're gonna get up here, Leon.
The granny's in there?
Yeah, stay away from me, then.
It's one
Jeez.
of the new enemies. What she does is she tracks you down after marking you for death, and you have to survive a certain amount of time before she just gives up. And if she smacks you, her hands explode.
Wait, is that for everyone?
No.
No, it's only for the person who sees the hands on the edge of their screen, and she
Oh,
goes
okay.
systematically.
I don't want to die.
One of us next.
I'm too young to die.
I mean, if you want, you can tumble, and I'll just hold you high up.
The fuck was that voice?
What voice?
There's a voice.
What did it say?
I don't know.
It was probably Leon.
Did you hear me go, I don't want to die?
Oh, maybe, yeah. I actually think I did.
You
Oh, hey, there's the
nerd.
clap granny.
Oh god!
Nah, don't worry
What?
about it. She can't get you up here.
Man, did you see her
Just-
face?
Oh yeah, she's always like.
It's like she's melting.
Yeah,
What was-
so her arms.
Oh,
her
that
arms
was
and
Jill with a
face-
grenade, isn't it?
No, it's on the other side of the wall trying to kill you. If you'll turn
Oh.
around, you'll see the lighting. You'll see the light on the wall.
Well, I heard the boom and oh,
Yeah.
there she goes.
Yeah.
Staring is
notice how
difficult.
she's
Look
all
out!
Oh
flushed and
fuck,
running
there's the
away.
evil lady!
Did we just lose Crispy?
Nah.
Oh, I'm still alive? I thought I was dead!
Hey, Crispy, good job.
But
So-
yeah, so now she's not aggroed on you anymore, so you're safe for a bit. As
Okay.
long as you're not like, as long as you're not in her way.
What oh, this. Wait,
If
who's
she's in her-
dead?
if
She
if
killed
she's-
somebody. I
if
just
you're
saw a
in
head.
her way, she will get you.
I'm not gonna die. Damn it.
No, wait.
Yeah, she has like. Did you use all the charcoal?
I'm hiding. I used everything. Oh! Get her on the thingy.
Oh god.
Bill, she's coming for you. I'd advise hiding. It won't do much, but I'd advise it. Actually, here.
I thought I was dead,
I'll just
but I
protect it.
wasn't dead. And then I died. She's in here! She's gonna kill you!
Crispy, you sound
Hey.
so strange
Hey,
when
Clap
you're
Granny.
dead.
Hey, clap, Granny. Hey, clap, Granny. Hey, clap, Granny.
Ew, she needs
Come on.
she needs like
Come on, you old bag.
she needs some like Mucinex.
That was Gerald.
That was Gerald? Hey baby girl, you want to come over and meow for people?
I'm trying to keep her from killing you.
You know what? While that's happening, I'm just gonna go out here. Anybody alive out here? We've got Gerald and Tism. Is anybody else alive? Wait, is this a dead end? It's a dead end. Hallway is. Oh, this isn't like I thought this was gonna be one where it went around the corner and there was like stuff in the back. Oh no! It's the balloons! Guys, we've got balloons! Pennywise is here.
I killed Balloon.
Hey, who's dead?
Crispy.
Is Crispy the only one dead?
Yeah, it's on the thing. Yeah, she's the only one dead. We're good.
Alright, I'm going to go from
Oh, Balloon. Did you say Balloon or did you say Loom?
Balloon, look, there's a balloon right there. What is that?
It is.
Don't pop them.
What is that? There's a gremlin!
Yeah, there's also a birthday boy. Alright, so we have Gremlin, Clap Granny, who is...
Do we have any more,
This is only a second stage. What the hell?
I hurt badly.
Yeah, this
How you
is what
doing,
happens
Foley?
when they add... This is what happens when they add 10 new monsters in one update.
Hi, Crispy. Did someone... Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that'll do, I guess.
Hey, Gerald, did you recharge the gun?
Hey, Crispy, come here.
Did we not
I'm
get the gun?
alive.
I don't think we got it,
thanks.
no.
There you
No,
go.
because the gun was 42.
I thought when she first attacked me, I thought
What
I
about the cart-
died and
no,
I
the
was
cart gun.
fine.
Well, how much was the cart gun?
And then
The
I
cart
died.
cannon was
Cannon was
42.
47.
Oh yeah, we couldn't afford either. Yeah, we couldn't get either of them guns, so we're good. Hey, we're doing good. You know.
Next one.
No,
Took
we
me a
have
moment.
like
I didn't.
38?
I gotta look out the corner of my eye, see my chat a little more often.
Yeah.
Stream.
You didn't even hear me say hi to him.
So all the baddies are down here.
I should just stop streaming forever.
Okay, so you're saying don't touch the balloon. What happens if I touch a
Yeah.
balloon?
The child comes and marks you for death.
You get a gremlin. Oh, shit.
Oh,
maybe
that's
they're-
a-
I forget.
oh, the
I think they're
gremlin.
bombs, maybe. I forget how they work, but they're bad. Yeah, they're bombs. They're full of hydrogen. They're hydrogen balloons.
Hydrogen balloons.
Yeah.
Is hydrogen lighter than air?
Oh, boy, my
Yeah.
favorite.
When you have a birthday at 3, but the
In fact,
Hindenburg disaster at 4.
Most countries outside of the U.S. put hydrogen in their balloon, or at least that's what I've been led to believe.
I only know that we're running out of helium.
Yeah.
Where do we gotta take it?
Yeah, where are we taking it?
We gotta find it.
Thing.
Oh wait, we do.
Oh
have
my
I know where
god,
it
it's a
is.
casket.
Back around.
Yeah, it's forever away.
Oh,
Well,
no, it's
hell,
just around
I'm a
the
strong
corner.
boy.
It's fine. What's that big thing in the room over there?
TV up on the second floor.
Wow, it takes a lot for this to like actually get damaged.
Jesus. How am I supposed to get up there?
The boy gets angry.
Who's our strong boy? Is it Gerald? Wait a second. Hi.
Need a hand?
Yeah.
Shoot.
We're gonna have to push it at a crouch under this balloon, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, throw me into all these things. Watch out, choking. Let me hit all of them.
Alright, wait, where are we going? Oh, we just gotta go left. Okay. Oh, great, it's the birthday boy himself.
I'm being chased.
The birthday boy!
I'm under attack.
What's going on?
There was
Crispy,
a
I put you
gremlin
between
chasing
me
me.
and him, and he
The
actually
gremlin
turned
or the
around and
birthday
ran
boy?
away.
Is it there?
Alright, if
The
you're being-
gremlin
if
is
you're
like
being
round
chased-
with like spikes,
Guys,
and the birthday
if you're being
boy was
chased by
like a little
birthday boy, just
boy
grab
with a party
Crispy.
hat.
Yeah, I'm too scary.
Ooh, I'm out of
Oh, the
stamina.
TV
Too scary
disappeared.
for a child.
Run.
The gremlin attacked me. I am down to 26.
Run where? Oh, it's dark now.
31.
Oh
I'm
no! I've
Wait.
been marked again.
I'm stuck.
Clap, Granny. Clap, Granny.
I'm marked. I'm marked.
Yeah, but she went the other way. You're safe.
Ooh, that's about it.
Okay. Go through this door, and then this door, and then this door.
Bad Louis.
I made it! I'm alive!
I just had an idea.
I'm gonna sit over here in case she finds me again.
Hi, how are you?
I don't want to be clapped to death.
Alright, is Crispy alive?
I know many people who would.
Everyone's alive.
Hey, is this
For now.
Is this everyone?
No.
I suppose, Tism, it depends on
I'm
what the
gonna-
clapping
I'm gonna
is.
I'm gonna watch the I'm gonna watch the
Oh yeah, because
But
Gerald
jump
has the
and
player
see if
count.
it comes down. Yeah.
Crispy. Oh, she's coming. She's coming. Hide, hide, hide,
Good.
hide, hide.
Hit the button. Hit the.
No,
oh,
I mean the evil
she's
lady.
coming.
I feel like we need to put a
I don't think.
we
I
gotta
don't
put one
think
of those.
hiding helps.
We gotta put one of those like
Don't
Disney
come near me,
parent
she's
leashes
after
on
me.
Crispy.
It's after me too. I think. See? You see this shit?
Hey, clap,
You see
Granny.
this shit?
Hey, clap, Granny. Hey, clap, Granny.
I'm a dog!
We made it! I'm alive!
I turned into the gremlin.
What do you mean you turned
I was
into the
dead.
gremlin?
I was dead.
Oh.
She turned a corner and then she was the gremlin.
Yeah, so I have a proposal
I thought you said the
for the
lady
group.
was after you, Leon.
Here's what I need to happen. I need to turn up my screen brightness. What needs to
I
happen?
have a proposal for the group. We put one of
Aye.
those like Disney parent leashes on Crispy whenever the final extraction is completed, so we can just drag her behind us.
It really does. Yeah, that's
Look,
kind
I got lost because my screen darkness was too low and everything
Turn
was
your
just
gamma
black.
up. I'm running mine at like 75%.
Here
Yeah,
we go.
I
This
just
is
turned it up.
this is what we do. We
I see
attach this to
everything,
Crispy so
I
that
must
she
go.
can't go
I-
anywhere.
Yeah. Do that.
Come here,
Yeah,
Crispy.
we've previously talked about
Put
putting
me
a
in a
leash on
bubble.
Crispy, so
Put me in a
There's only
bubble.
one person you should really put a leash on.
Where
Who?
did you go, Crispy?
oh
over
Louis.
here.
Gerald,
Of
Gerald,
course
here,
we
just
can put
jump off of
Louis.
my head. Just jump off my head.
No, put me in the
Right.
put me in the baby hole. I'm a baby. Put me in the baby hole.
All right.
No.
Yeah.
There's still no
Skeet shoot
strength.
over here.
What's it?
Gerald, turn the zero grab back
What's
on. I
attached
want
to
to
me?
skeet shoot Louis.
Hold on, I gotta get my shit out of here.
Hey, Louis, pull.
Let's see.
Oh, hi, Kristen.
Oh, I can fly.
Yeah, you
Sure,
can-
clay
No, I
pigeons
missed.
now.
I missed.
You
Clay
know,
pigeons don't
call
do
me
evasive
crazy, I
maneuvers,
kind of want
Louis.
the duck bucket. I know how shit it
Get
is.
it. Use it.
No.
Yeah, but it's bad.
Bad Louis. Bad Louis.
Okay.
Bad Louis.
Okay. It's only as bad as you let it
Think
be. How do I
fast,
go
Chuckle
down?
Nuts.
How do I go down?
Here, let me stomp on your
Like
head.
this.
Oh no, I slipped. The stunner.
I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to get out of here.
Crispy,
I
grab the
think-
drone and
No,
turn it
let's
off.
do sprint speed.
Oh, I can do that.
You have a drone attached to you.
I like
You
how
know,
the
I think
door is
this
just
is-
floating.
I think this is quite
You know what, Crispy?
stunning.
There, I got it. Yeah, kill me.
Alright, I gotta go to bed. Good night, y'all.
Alright, thanks for
Good
coming.
Night.
Throwback
Dragon,
to
you
the
still
time,
here?
guys,
Polly,
throwback
you
to
wanna
the time
join?
a SWAT team threw a flashbang at a baby.
Dragon or Folly, you guys wanna join? I'm
Dragon
getting the
and
ducket.
Folly can join because
Fuck
I'm
you
probably
guys,
gonna
I'm
lose.
getting the ducket.
Hey,
Didn't
Leon.
you just say you knew how shitty it was and you should never get it?
No, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was getting.
I see.
You're hiding.
Hey, Gerald.
What?
Pull. Here, I'll
How
jump.
do
You
I-
shoot.
Oh. Alright, do it.
Hold on.
That was very. It's me.
Oh man, we got some altitude. Hold on.
3
Wait, put
wishes.
the-
Hold on.
Okay.
Good night,
Yeah, get that
Louis.
bitch.
Do I get to choose the wishes,
I gotta.
or am I
Alright,
getting
I'll
the wishes
launch you.
bestowed upon me?
You get 3 wishes.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Okay, I
Popper.
wish for some chocolate cake.
Juggle me.
I thought that was what we were trying to do. I thought we were trying to get you out.
Ask for chocolate cake.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Yeah.
Leon.
Yeah.
You want
You
to see
get
a
none of
wizard
it.
get traumatized?
That's enough. That's
No
enough
further wishes
shit
for
up
you.
there.
No.
You missed.
Hey, wow, a sub! Awesome! Wait,
Yay,
an
Folly.
anonymous gifter gave Folly a sub.
Oh,
Ooh,
yay,
nice.
anonymous gifter.
Either way,
Thank you,
yeah.
anonymous gifter.
Poggers, we love subs.
We love
I'm the Dom, you're the
subs.
sub.
I would,
yeah,
I
we
would
love you
very
subs,
much like to
Crispy.
get a
Crispy,
toasted,
tell me that was
a
Crispy,
toasted.
was that a Quiznos Spong Monkey reference?
It sure
Please.
wasn't, but
I'm just
What is it? Bacon, chicken bacon
it's
ranch
okay.
sub.
I'm
would
sorry,
be
I don't
great.
know.
You know what the Quiznos Spong Monkeys are, right?
Terrifying. That's what they
are.
are.
Leon knows what they are.
Oops, come back. Wait,
Did
can we
Hoyt
play
leave?
catch?
No, Hoyt's still here.
Catch.
Maybe.
I'm still
Hoyt's
here.
nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Hoyt's,
I'm
Hoyt's hiding.
I'm fulfilling wishes. I'm granting wishes.
Quit it.
All right.
Quit it. Never.
Crispy, I DM'd you
Fine.
a recipe for a
Fine.
chocolate cake that
Fine.
I
Fine.
It is
Yes.
Gerald,
I
if
can't,
you
I
don't
can't
have
make
that.
it for you,
Grab, you
but
can
I can
have
send
it.
you
It's
the
okay.
recipe.
I can make it. I have
Pretty
good
easy.
bacon
Tumble?
skills.
Grab?
It's pretty
Yeah, the
easy.
Oh, that.
Crispy,
Okay.
Especially
The way it works
Crispy, if
is
your
Yeah,
baking
I
skills
thought
are
it-
so good, I demand
Oh,
cookies
I
from
see.
you.
Cookies.
Yes.
Is you
I
tie
Okay.
would love to make
Listen,
What
it.
kind?
any
I
surface
my
within
two
your
favorite
grab distance,
cookies
you can grab it,
are
and then it's based off of your
Monster
mouse movement.
oatmeal
So I'm looking
cookies
at right now.
and
Okay.
peanut butter
Oh, wait.
cookies.
I
But
love
I,
peanut
but I
butter
also
cookies.
like those
get good.
ones that
So
they're
here's what
like
you
I
should
think
do.
they're peanut butter. I'm
Yeah.
not sure though. Where you put the Hershey's Kiss in the middle.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
Yeah,
put
those
you
are
up
peanut
just so
butter.
you can grab this
Mm-hmm.
Thumbprint.
Try 'em.
Yes, Louis. They're from Quiznos.
Oh, I don't think I can grab while I'm
Oh yeah, because you gotta
held.
Photoshop things?
Okay, Crispy, right now, go and Google the monkeys from
No,
Quiznos.
I don't wanna.
Do it.
I
Yeah,
feel
the
like maybe I
Quiznos
know what you're talking
Strong monkeys. We love you, sub, because they are good to us.
Oh,
have a
I do
pepper
know.
bar.
I do know the strong monkeys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I forgot. I forgot.
Cause they are good to us.
All right.
That's right.
We have a pepper bar.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was stamina.
Look,
We love you,
carcass.
subs.
It is. It is a warning to the rest. It's even red. Brother! No! I will avenge you.
Leon, what happened?
There's nothing in this room?
Nothing in the room. Nothing for nowhere, no one.
Can't see up there. Why is it sparkling over here? There's just a light. Okay. Can I open this door? Okay. Wait, there's a step ladder? Oh yeah, the garbage bin. Anything in here? Garbage. Literally nothing in here. Okay. Damn, wait a minute. This is dirt rushing in from the outside through this window. Like, is this underground? Man, it sure sounds rough out there for the other guys. Damn. They've got a wizard zapping the duck. Is that how the duck became angry in the first place? Oh, hi. No, there's nothing in this room. Stupid thing. Okay. I will attempt to remember, but there is no guarantee. Kiss oh bite. Where is everybody? Hi.
And then you have a dog.
There's no loot on the map. Where's all the loot?
I know, right? Who dropped the thing?
You can't flip the bitch and keep it in the
Oh,
bottom of the
you
thing.
caught a duck. Good job.
Yeah, I know. I'm great.
Strong boy, come get the giant poop.
Dion,
Damn.
I got this. I don't need no strong boy. No, no.
There's another one not far away.
Yeah, but now I have to go all the way around.
Well, if you go like you're heading towards the old one, like if you go straight forward this way and then take a right down that hallway, that's where the other one is.
Here? No, wait.
We can't afford any guns, Trey. They're expensive.
Four.
Oh, all the loot was over here.
Yeah, we gotta get
We've
us a
had the
high point.
option to buy some, but they're like 47K. And we don't earn money like that. I'm stuck. Okay.
It's up some stairs though. I don't know how
What's up some stairs?
the extracts.
Oh,
I don't
we've
know how
already...
we're gonna get that horse to it.
No, he took the horse to the
Also-
other one. You didn't take the horse to
didn't.
where I told you to take it.
Tism got scolded.
the lion does not concern himself with physics.
Well, maybe the lion should instead of.
Oh, it's been opened already. Okay, that's why.
Oh, we got it up.
I'm not helping you with
Didn't
that
even
horse.
need a
I told
pill.
you to take it to the
Didn't
easier
even
place.
need
And
a
you didn't.
pill. The strong boy.
He's not a strong boy. He's just a determined boy. I don't think we have a strong. Oh, look. Why are there crickets? We're not outside. Well, I guess the ceiling is busted in here. Oh, hi. Ow. What's going on in here?
And we'll go to the turn-in site.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. Is
I
there
got
some
I got
form
blown
of
up by some
secret
skulls with candles on them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where's the turn-in site?
Okay, look at your map and follow the white dot.
I don't wanna. No, I dropped a thing.
You did, and you broke it.
Yeah. Did I break it all the way? I don't
No,
think I
got
did.
it. Keep going.
Overcharged mechanic.
Turn to the right. Crispy.
I'm not good at driving.
Well, you are the only woman in the group.
Hey, I'm good at driving normal car.
Come on, don't pull it in. Don't pull it in.
Let's
Don't
pull
put it in?
No, we gotta put it in.
Ready?
We gotta put it in.
We gotta put it in.
Go, go, go.
Get it in, get it in, get it in.
Come on, Crispy.
Oh my god. Oh, come on.
Why did you do that?
Oh, we got the next one.
Oh, we got the next
We
one.
got
Yeah,
another
there's
one.
another
Don't worry,
Oh
Crispy.
my
There's another one.
god.
Hey, Crispy, 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 Crispy.
What?
That was not your fault.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll agree. That was not your fault.
Oh, I thought you put it in already. I didn't mean to yank that away out from under you.
Grab
No,
the
it's,
fucking
I
thing.
don't think it's gonna work.
Oh, are you just gonna carry it?
I'll
Okay.
just carry. Yeah.
I mean, you can carry the poo if you're strong.
The poo is a lot heavier than the bag.
It's so
Do
heavy.
we know where we're going?
Yes, I know where the last one is. Head like you're going back to the ship, and there's a long hallway down to the right before you get there.
This way? Must be this way.
I don't know. We went.
What's blue?
That's the ducket.
Oh, perfect. Well, let's hope it stays that way.
There's also what the fuck? I fell in a hole, and I found a banana by doing so.
Man, we're gonna get so much money.
I fell in a hole, and there was a banana in the hole.
Yeah, I was like, why is there a hole right here?
I
Hide in.
trust you guys to get that.
You shouldn't trust me to get it, but Leon's got it.
Crispy, you come with me.
Okay.
Come.
All right. Is there a...
They're trying to
We're gonna
protect
worry.
Crispy.
Did they chuck her in the trash?
No, it's just he was like, Crispy, come with me, and she's like, oh, okay.
This way.
We're going to the right.
What's that scream?
There's a thing.
Well, this was a
following
quick
you.
one.
Oh, you got it. I want to throw it.
We'll throw it then.
Oh, Sism got it.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Are we missing?
You wanna throw
Louis?
this
I don't
out?
know.
No, Louis quit. Louis
Oh,
gone.
okay. Oh, did we want to pull in Dragon?
I asked Dragon and Volley, and neither of them RSVP'd, so
Dragon's been playing Helldivers this whole time.
I'll allow it.
Unsurprising.
Hold
Yeah.
on, we gotta see if there's a gun, and if there is, I want to shoot. No, there's a grenade. Hold on.
There's the ducky. I love the ducky.
Hey, Burr, how you doing?
Burr! It's a
Oh,
burr.
Hey, Burr, you can join. You can be our sixth player.
Hello,
Strength.
fellas.
We finally got his
Close spot.
strength.
Alright. Thanks for coming. Isn't oh.
I lived. Hold on. There's a-
Oh, I hope you're having fun out and about.
Burr, you're gonna be so happy. We
I want
finally
that.
got
Actually,
our
Gerald, hold on.
Crispy finally made a character.
Yeah, my character's very Jessica
What
Jones.
do you
Gerald. No, Gerald, put me up there. I'll
She's an
throw my stuff, I'll just
ex-soldier
roll.
and is close combat with strength like me.
Okay.
Throw him in the hole.
Baby in the baby hole.
Oh no, I hope everything's okay. I don't want to pry because you're on several streams right now, but yeah, I hope everything's okay.
I'm gone. Because I'm gone forever. Oh. Swells. Well, we got a ton of money to spend.
Yeah. Get another sprint. Hey!
I got a knife.
Knifey wife, knifey wifey. Oh. Ew. Ew.
Oh,
My God.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we buy
Burr.
this?
Best of luck. You have my thoughts and vibes
Come
with you.
on.
Oh.
Did somebody
You wanna
already
know
go
how
in the
much I hate
baby
the
hole?
trap
We've got
stop.
the money.
Crispy,
I
you
think
know how
we've
much
got
I
the
hate the
money.
trap stop? A lot.
Throw it
That's
on
how
the, Throw it on
much.
the shop. Crispy.
What?
Crispy.
What?
Throw the sword in the shop.
Oh, okay.
Do we want the pulse pistol?
Get her! Get her! Get her, my minion!
Hoyt, do you want the pulse pistol?
Pulse pistol sucks. It sucks. It's so bad.
Okay.
It's not good.
I know, but it's something.
It is something.
It's
but it's
better
also
than throwing an
kind of
explosive
nothing.
duck.
Well, we've got a sword now. That'll surely solve all our problems.
In Crispy's hands, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll kill it. I'll kill it all.
She'll shred 'em.
Queen
I'll kill them
Crispy.
all.
Sword Queen Crispy.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, and a mine.
Yo, Tism!
Did Tism raid you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
perfect.
I didn't know Tism was going to bed.
Yeah, he left.
Right,
He said goodbye.
I didn't hear
A
that.
stamina.
I didn't hear him say that.
Well, then you're not
Bye,
paying
Tism.
attention.
Thanks for the
Crispy,
raid. Welcome
Crispy,
in.
Going
What are you
once,
doing?
going twice.
What?
Sold!
Okay, you got it.
I was asking if
Alright.
anyone wanted it.
Time to die.
Unique customized property.
I suppose I can turn this off now that Tism's not rating or not rating, not
Yeah.
streaming.
Oh, yeah,
Turn
that's
what
true.
off?
I had his stream up on my phone so that I could
Oh,
one
I did too.
give him a
Alright.
view and two be in his
The
mod.
Tricular now restores 35 health. Okay.
Oh, chat. I'm gonna
That's a
go
blood moon.
pee.
Does that mean it's gonna be scary?
Yep. It's gonna be worse than normal.
Yay!
And when we go back to the truck at the end, instead of getting 50 health, we only get 35.
Well, I'm glad I have a knife.
That's not a knife. It's a sword.
It's a big knife. That's all a sword is. Oh, I don't want that.
It's a
I'm not gonna carry
gladius.
them that far.
It's a gladius.
It'll be fine.
I cannot think of the words.
Oh shit.
I'm thinking of the sword from the Lord of the Sting. I'm thinking of Sting. That's not a sword, it's a knife, but it's a sword for a hobbit.
Hell yeah. Damn, another sub. Let's go.
Good night, Tism. Say hi to the twink. Oh, that's a big ass hole, isn't it? And I was not referring to your twink, but I'm sure after you finally get your hands on him physically, that will apply to the twink. Where'd the cart go? Lord only knows. I never end up going the same way as the cart, I swear. Does this room even have any doors? Is this a dead end? Why do I guess there's just nothing in here though. Except for that one thing. How boring. Such a big room and there's nothing here. Wait. There is a door. Oh. I don't really want to be around you, thanks. If you could just go somewhere else, please. There's nothing in there. What about underneath? Oh, there's nothing underneath. Nothing underneath. Oh, this is the thing. I feel like there's more texture to the wood. I feel like they added some details. I don't see anything. Okay. How about the other bed? Is there anything underneath all these? Nothing. Nothing. Why am I still crouched? Alright. Oh no, get away from me!
Don't fall in the hole.
There's an animal in here.
Oh shit. It's time for my knife!
Get it!
Get it,
Get it
Crispy!
with the knife.
Come back! Come back!
Get him,
You got it a
Crispy!
couple times.
Yeah,
Oh,
good job! Woohoo! You did it!
That's right, I did it. I have a knife.
Maybe
It is.
Crispy's your knight, Leon.
Possibly.
Why are there beds on the ceiling?
It kind of seems like you're my scout. Oh, there are beds on the ceiling. Can we get up there?
Yeah, there's a fun little jumping puzzle to get up there.
Oh. Listen, there are some
usually
games
some
where
stuff
I'm
in there.
okay at jumping puzzles, and then there are games where I'm
Is
disgusting.
sound off? It shouldn't be.
Wait.
Oh wait, that's Gerald. Gerald, is your sound off?
Has Gerald been
can't hear me.
Has Gerald been
Has Gerald been streaming with no sound?
That would be great. We've just been listening to Gerald yap to himself.
Help me! Help me! I can't stab it.
Turn. Q.
Turn which way?
Q. Keep going. Okay. Give me. No, I'm caught.
No, he got us both. No.
Q down, Leon. Leon, Q down. Leon, Q down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Crispy, Q down.
Come this way. All right.
My God.
Good job.
All right. Just let it
That was
go.
one I
saved
couldn't
us.
stab.
Why didn't you hit it with your sword, Crispy?
It's on the
What?
ceiling, for fuck's sake.
With your sword next time.
Why didn't I use my sword?
Yes.
Oh, fuck me.
no.
Chris-
Oh my
Crispy!
god! I'm sorry.
No worries, Burr.
All good, Burr. I know. How could I?
Crispy's a goddamn liability.
I found the next extraction point. Where did Gerald go? Is Gerald dead?
I don't know. Is Gerald dead?
Is Gerald dead? I doubt it.
I guess I'm gonna go this way. And just set this here. While we wait for the next one.
I gotta make up for all the things that I broke.
Uh-huh. Do you know where the card is?
No. Isn't it on the...
What big thing did you leave in here?
I don't know. I didn't look that hard.
Is it a casket? Oh god, it's a casket. How much are you worth? 18,000. Wood all has a nice new texture on it. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're gonna have to take it. Okay. I wonder what's going on with Gerald's stream, that there was no sound for a second. Is it just that he was all by himself and not talking, or what? Alright, wait, is that in this room? No, it's in that other room. It's in the courtyard.
Went for a number 1, but it
Hey
turned into a
guys!
number 2.
Hey guys! Okay, so I've got the next extraction, but there's also a casket to take to it. It's this way.
Okay. Uh-oh, sword girl, sword girl.
Granny! It's Ninja Granny! I hear her!
Whoa. Tide her over this way.
Hit her, Crispy! Hit her!
I'm gonna kill her.
Got a teapot. Uh-oh. Fuck. Oh no, you bopped me.
Who bopped you?
Where'd the teapot go? I think you did.
Well, I didn't bop you. You must have run into the door.
You bopped me with the door. Let's stop playing the blame game. The blame game name game. Oh shit.
We call her Ninja Granny.
Hey bitch, come over this way, bitch. Hey bitch. Hey bitch, hey. Let's go.
Did you get her? Yeah, you got her.
I got a sextant too.
Alright.
I know it's not a sextant, but I'm gonna keep calling it a sextant.
Alright, I'm going to very carefully turn around.
Here, let me get that. Yeah, over here.
Is that gonna be okay there?
I got it. Yeah, it should be.
It's gonna roll out.
Yeah. And you nudge. Wait. Pull it all the way out, and we'll put. Yeah, something like that. Oh, Crispy, your sword, your favorite thing in the... Wait, that's not Crispy, that's Hoyt.
Oops.
Crispy, I'll take care of your sword while you're dead. I know. Crispy, I'll take care of your sword while you're dead. I'll put you on this thing, okay? On my face.
Gerald, are you strong boy?
Pat. Yes.
Excuse me, what did you say?
I said pat. I'm patting, giving you a
Hi,
pat.
Tism. I thought you were supposed
What
to
did you
be
say?
paying attention to your twink. Gerald, there's a casket over here. Gerald.
Did you think I was calling you fat? Did you take that personally?
Have you, when you had a dream, do you dream?
Oh no, you missed the twink. All right, over here there's
I'm never gonna talk to Chrissy again.
There's a casket over here, strong boy.
Okay.
Yep. Did I miss the door? I missed the door. It's right here.
Oh yeah.
Is it gonna fit through the door? I think you have to turn it.
She made fun of my distinctive speech patterns that are very what's the word?
Midwestern?
No. Endearing, that's it.
Endearing.
Yeah, my endearing speech patterns.
Okay, I didn't mean that kind of miss. I meant you literally missed him because he went to sleep already.
I need help. It's the two-person casket.
Yeah, I didn't know what I should do while you were turning it because you know how I am with trying to turn things.
I think that's just the nature of this game. Yeah, push it with your body. Is it this way?
Yeah, it's this way. All right, I think we're okay.
Lift and separate. Oops.
Let me see if I can pull this. Did I pull it enough?
13 hours away. It is a sextant. Yeah, you know, I said it was a sextant, and I think Ism said it was like a surveyor's. I don't know what.
You know, he did that. He did that to me once, and then he said it's also called a sextant.
What the fuck, dude? It's totally a sextant. I know. My God, Crispy. Crispy.
No! Damn it, Crispy!
Yeah, your damn head was in the way, Crispy. I'm blaming you. Here's your.
You're the one that put my head
sword.
there. It's not my fault.
There's your knife, big head.
Thank you. Watch out.
Crispy, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh,
Crispy, I'm
sure.
sorry. No, Crispy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're friends.
Oh, an outside part. I haven't been here yet.
Oh, hey, there's a gazebo in here.
A gazebo?
So romantic.
A gazebo.
What the fuck is this fountain?
Yeah, I don't know, but that was scary.
Is this
like
like...
it popped up out of nowhere?
Oh, it's like the baby.
Oh, it is the baby.
The rugrat that throws your shit out?
Yeah.
Oh, did we ever get to the upper layer of the bed?
For real?
There's something up there.
We need to get to the upper layer of the bed.
Because I said thank you, Burr. I said thank you for the sub, and I wasn't sure if you heard me or not, but thank you for the sub. Oh,
How do you get up here?
The bunk
He
beds.
said it was a
Does
jump
someone have
puzzle.
to throw me?
I
throw
mean,
me.
that's one way, I guess.
Yeah. But there's like a third layer of beds, and that's not gonna work for. I guess. I mean, we do have 3 people, so we could send. Uh-oh.
Tommy.
What's uh-oh?
Yeah. I
gotta
fell in the
use
crack.
The
Dummy.
raised beds. It really helps to
Oh.
have a double jump, though. Here.
Oh, I got a
down.
double jump. Oops.
Yeah, yeah.
Tommy.
Just stand where I am and then double jump up there.
Oh, wait. Oh, I had it. Damn it!
I think you keep hitting your head on the rafter.
Oh, I figured
Oh,
it
there
out.
you go.
Awesome.
And then there's gonna be another bed ramp up to a 3rd floor as well.
Is there any?
Go get
Is there
the
going to be
thing.
any treasure on the 2nd floor? Yeah, someone
Sometimes.
pass Crispy up to me.
Okay.
Where? Tommy.
Crispy, come here. No, up here on the. Give me Crispy. Give me.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it.
Okay.
Crispy, you're going to jump off.
So
Now what?
right above me, there's another ramp to bed.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
If you can make it over to that, then you can go to the 3rd floor.
Hel'leon.
Crispy.
I fell.
Crispy, you didn't make it over.
I didn't make it over.
Here.
I'm pushing the dang card on.
No, dude, I got it.
Yeah, double
I'm
jump
taking
up
it step-
there.
God damn it. Never mind.
Which way is
It's
out?
just for sport now.
Oh, that way's out. Okay. If he's pushing on the cart, I'm choosing survival. What the motherfuck is that? No! Hell no! Just stay away from me. I hurt my throat a little bit. Alright, I'm just gonna sit here and let them make their way back. Do we think anybody's gonna make it? Are we taking bets on whether Crispy lives? Oh, it must be that thing. I was hearing something gelatinous sounding. And I bet I've just never been in here by myself. Alright, listen. These guys are getting like... Uh-oh. Never mind. No! There we go. There we go. You're welcome.
I was alive!
The fuck you were.
Did you hear my corpse head talking?
No, I did not.
Oh, damn.
It's just I looked at the map and I could see 2 red dots for 2 heads, and I'm like, that's it, they're dead.
Yeah.
That's enough. At least 2 of them are dead. The third one
A
deserves to
valid
die too.
assumption. You
All right,
leaving, Hoyt?
comrades. Yes.
Okay.
Comrade.
Yeah, I also think I need to go to sleep.
What?
I know.
Good night, everybody.
I know.
Good
It's
night.
late.
Kinda,
It's 1
kinda
a.m.
weak, honestly. but
Come on.
whatever.
I
I
gently
know.
reminded you of 4 a.m. before.
I know. I'm trying to change my way.
Yeah, she just doesn't love us as much as she loves Borderlands. It's fine.
That
sorry.
is so true.
It
That
is
so
true. I don't get to shoot y'all.
I mean, you could shoot us. It's just why
No,
would you?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Oh, I deserve that. Okay. Bye.
Bye, Crispy. Bye, Crispy.
Why is it always just us?
I don't know.
We're the
I guess
only
we're the
people who can
coolest.
survive in the dark.
Yeah. I got toad eyes. Yeah.
So that could
I'm
have
the
been
baby.
like my brain processed that quickly enough that I heard toad eyes. But
Uh-huh.
in the back of my head it said toe
Toe
dies.
dies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really, really niche, like, corner of the foot fetish, but, like, yeah, I've got, like, my toes, they're, like, necrotic.
We're watching gay sex! Let's
Jesus.
go!
Thank you for
Yeah, like I
rating
say,
me,
it's-
Crispy. Hold on a second. Let me get you a shout out. My sweet shout out.
Whatever.
Here we go. Did it do it? Did it do it? Yay! It did it. Thank you, Crispy. Gee, I wonder what you were playing, Crispy. Hey, do you want to tumble climb and be Spider-Man?
I already have it.
Oh, you already have it? I mean,
Yeah.
you could be better.
Does it? I thought, well, according to Tism, it doesn't,
Oh, it doesn't
back,
do any
but
better?
supposedly. I thought it did. I thought, like, the explanation was if you buy more than one, like, work better, but I don't know. I also believe that it could not.
I mean, can you do better than that? Seemed pretty good.
Yeah, it's stamina based, so maybe it reduces the stamina drain. I don't know.
Hmm.
Either way, irregardless.
That is, irregardless is not a word.
Yeah, I know, it's funny. Okay, I'm not good enough to grab. Oh, you want to be the baby?
I've just been sitting here waiting.
I've been sitting here waiting for like minutes on end, and you've been busy getting ready to Crispy.
Crispy probably rated me because she knows I don't get any viewers.
Oh. It was a pity raid.
It was a pity raid. I don't see anything up here other than that one cluster bomb.
Oh well. Oh, there it is. Good.
I think that's it. Crispy is yelling it was not a pity raid.
Well, you know what? I'll get the wings since we can afford the. Well, actually.
Well, do you want to get health packets instead?
Battery. Oh, yeah, that probably would be a good idea.
Don't die, man. Jesus.
No promises. Dude, yeah, actually. You just buy him. Yeah, well, that's fine.
I mean, honestly, every time we play, we never go into a save file anyway. You always start a new game.
That's true, yeah.
Wonder, can you see what the ping is now?
I like how when Crispy said this'll hurt, it put a little heart emoji after. Oops.
What do you mean?
When she hit the self-destruct button.
Oh yeah.
Said this will hurt. Guess I'm the sword boy now. We have a mine. We have a urine. You want the cluster bomb?
You know I'm terrible with bombs.
You want the sword then?
I'm sure.
Who's gonna bring... You want the ducat? You can be the arbiter of the ducat. The harbinger of the ducat.
You know what? Let's see if we can turn it. Wait, why isn't it? Oh, I need to right click and turn it over.
There we go.
Wow, this is... It
What
moves.
if you, Oh yeah, grab it by the top, it's easier. Yeah, it sucks.
Okay. Oops. There we go.
It sucks. Just be ready for it to suck. I'll do the last. I'm also trying to better my ways.
You kind of cut out, but I think you said this will be your last game because you're trying to better your ways.
Yeah.
See,
Trying to stop being such a sinner.
I don't have to worry about other people thinking that I need to have a better sleep schedule because what the fuck was that?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No!
Martini. Oh, great. Gerald put himself in the bucket. That's fantastic. And I've got a witch. He's dead. I've got a witch chasing me. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a short round. This is going to be such a short round.
Short round was the main Indiana Jones.
I know it was short something. I didn't think it was short round. They called him fat. I saw a clip of an interview with Short Round where he got to meet Indiana again for the first time in like 30 years, and he recognized him, and it was so sweet.
Leon, don't fight it, just run.
Well, that's not fair.
I told you. Well, I guess I told you to hide, but it didn't help.
Should have gone with Tism's thing of trying to get high, but I couldn't think of anywhere that we'd been so far that had a high place.
Yeah. Should have used the bombs. Oops. What the hell was that? No, how did that get me so much air?
Whoa, man, you didn't get
bullshit.
off?
I tried. Man, he took forever to hit the ground.
It's a long fall, man. Especially when I've got such horizontal flight before I start going down.
Crazy.
Was that it?
Hello. Instead of getting sick Vort, you got sick Hort instead. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, nice playing with you.
Who are we both going to raid?
Oh, that's a good question.
Hold on.
Let's head over to my. Where is it?
Oh shoot! The person that I was thinking of raiding isn't streaming presently. You got any recommendations?
Let's see. Oh, we could raid Margaret. MJ.
Margaret.
Let's raid MJ.
Right.
I forgot she started right after we did.
I'm gonna raid you, and then you can raid MJ.
Okay.
Where are you? Following. Oh. Come on. Come on. There he is. All right, everyone, thanks for coming. Crispy, Leon, Tism, Louie, Nothing High, Hoyt, Dragon. Thanks for the subs. We love you subs because they are good to us. Folly, of course, and Louie. Did I mention Louie? Everyone else, hit them buttons. Bob watching the records, hit them buttons. I'll see you next time. All right. Hey, Leon!
We're watching gay sex! Let's go!
Leon's playing Repo. Crazy.
Crazy. What do you know? I already shouted you out before you got here. Alrighty then. Everybody get ready. We're gonna send you over to my girl, Margaret Joyce. You can call her MJ. She's a sweetheart.
Margarita. Or MJ. Marge. I'm gonna call her Marge. You can't stop me.
Don't think she'll be upset. What is she playing? Oh, she's playing Storage Hunter Simulator. I've seen other people play this, but I don't know if I've seen her play this. It might have been her I've seen play it. Anyway, thanks for coming. See you next time. Peace out.